see Onyx and Team Freedom. And wouldn't you know, NA Dota, we've got no Abaddon and a first pick Leshrac. Surprising, I believe, nobody. However, Techies and Meepo banned out, so is Wisp. Wisp, is that big in the NA scene?
Radiant team pick.
I'm thinking
we need Grant for that.
I think
That's
Dubu
what we
plays
need.
a really good Wisp.
Oh, so respect ban, huh? Okay, well, I know a lot about Team Freedom. You know, I did my research on them, not so much on Onyx. Can anybody give me the rundown? If anyone knows?
That's all you gotta know.
Isn't
Bulba.
Banana
10
Slammer
seconds
Jammer on that
remaining.
team as well?
I think BSG has some Freedom, right?
Oh, well, I just found out that today
5
him and Monkeys
seconds
Forever are two
remaining.
different people. So that was... I'm learning a lot today.
Reserve time.
All right. But
Great
anyway,
research you've done.
I mean, I don't need to do research on teams that don't win. Okay.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Just
Dire
kidding,
team
everyone. Welcome to Elimination Mode. So, Darkseer, Leshrac, Earth Spirit, and Coddle. Draskell, tell me about this, buddy.
It's pretty interesting. I like the DS second pick from Freedom. It's kind of like a denial in some ways because Earth Spirit Darkseer is a really common pairing even in like competitive Dota when it's not just EM and the heroes are all available.
10
So it's
seconds
obviously a strong
remaining.
pairing. I don't know if they play Lesh core or not, but Surge,
5
Ion Shell,
seconds
Lesh running into the
remaining.
middle of a team can be pretty freaking terrifying if you build them tanky. If it's just support, it's fine too.
Radiant
But
team ban.
yeah, I like Lesh. I think he is kind of one of those heroes that doesn't get enough credit for offering what he does, like a really good stun, and he can push really fast, which right now you just want to pretty much end the game by 30 minutes. So I do like the opening, but then again, Grandpa
Dire
plus
team
Earth
ban.
Spirit, pretty flexible. Can kind of really do anything with either of these openings.
Yep, and the extra mana is certainly useful for Earth Spirit as well. Bouncing all around. Suns fan, we have
Monkey
not...
King.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Monkey King.
Monkey King. He's still available. Although you don't want to
yeah.
pick
10 seconds
Monkey
remaining.
King into a Darkseer, do you?
I think that
5 seconds
Why not?
remaining.
range
Just
on the
'cause of the
orb is
vacuum?
280, so I
Team
think
ban.
he outranges it with his attack.
Sure, but the vacuum, the
Sure.
tree clear.
That is true.
Wait,
But
does that even work?
yeah,
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Of course it works.
What if you
I don't
what if
know.
you vacuum and Monkey King's on your team? Does he still get stunned?
Yeah, you still
Yes,
get
he's
stunned.
done.
My
Team
God.
There was a game the other day where a Winter Wyvern broke trees and stunned as a Monkey King in a game.
Oh yeah,
so,
that is
yeah.
correct. Huh. No synergy at all. So Onyx gonna go with the Monkey King on this draft. Everyone talk about how smart I am when they pick it right now. But, what do you?
I mean, you
expect
kind
to
of
see?
want a hero to set up with it a little bit. I think that's the thing. I mean, sure, he's really good standalone as well because of vision, but they
10
already have a
seconds
coddle for vision if he
remaining.
gets the eggs. And I mean, I still think the hero is super strong. If they were to pick a
5
hero, I wouldn't
seconds
necessarily be
remaining.
shocked. But you also want something that synergizes with it. Like when Cole played it, they had Magnus or whatever,
Reserve time.
and being able to Q into Skewer was really nice as well. But you want some form of AoE lockdown.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I do find it interesting that some teams, or OG was saying, people are essentially split on the position that Monkey King should play, whether it be the 1 or the 4 or anywhere in between.
But that's because the hero's just so damn good at everything
Radiant
that
team
no one can agree on what it's best at.
Yeah, that's probably true.
gotta interrupt. Dane just
It's
said he
like-
was about to say clockwork, and you fuckers wouldn't shut up. Why were you about to say clockwork, Dane?
Well, so partly because Bulba, I think that's well,
Of
he
course.
plays that hero fairly well. I
fairly
think.
well. One of the best in the world.
Yeah,
10
and so
seconds remaining.
aside from maybe being a comfort pick out of a pool of eliminated heroes, I think that
5 seconds
just in general,
remaining.
Clockwork sets up pretty well with the Coddle and the Earth Spirit. I mean, what everybody else was saying, they have a lot of
Reserve
AoE
time.
right now,
Sure.
and I think the Clockwork really secures that. So I don't know, initiation, which is something they needed with the Earth Spirit. So
Somebody was telling me a great counter to clockwork the other day. Oh, right. OD, they said. It was a
OD.
good clockwork counter. You can, one of the first items he gets is a force staff. You know, astral imprisonment. What do you guys pick to counter clockwork over there,
Dire
boys?
team pick.
Any 4 steps.
Pretty much anything with an escape. Like you want some kind of support or a core with mobility or someone who naturally builds into a force staff as a first item. So Clockwork doesn't really like hooking tanky stuff either. Anything that has a lot of strength, build a force staff. Puck is obviously really good for escape purposes, but I think in a lot of cases
10
when you're playing
seconds
against Clock,
remaining.
if you're playing 5-man Dota, it makes a Clockwork game really tough unless he
5
gets like ahead
seconds
during the early
remaining.
stages, because he's kind of one of those sacrificial heroes that hooks in, and in a team fight, most likely with this
Reserve
much
time.
AoE is just gonna die. Like he's sacrificial lamb, so we'll see what they pick to pair with it.
All right, well, we got several heroes remaining. This is only game 1, so the pressure is not quite on yet, despite our lady and handsome man bans. Shadow Demon, my favorite handsome man that made it through, as well as Slardar and Slark. Beautiful gentlemen. But, yeah, we got some real ugly bastards in this draft so far. So
Well,
I'm
we're missing
liking
all
this Valentine's.
physical. Everything's magic right now. Where's
Yeah.
where's the troll warlords of the world?
Oh, the #1 hero of elimination mode, the troll.
There seems to always be a standout here in these modes. I remember the original Captain's Draft, it was Centaur and Witch Doctor, which weren't played at all. Then we started seeing more competitive play. Interested to see if Troll has kind of the same impact or not.
Now, Drasko, you're a resident expert on losing puck games.
That's very true recently. Not wrong. Not wrong.
What hero kicks the shit out of puck the worst right now?
I think Wind Ranger is probably one I think I've had the most experience playing against. It can be annoying. OD can be annoying as well. Razor, he doesn't really lose hard though to a lot of heroes. That's the thing. Like mid Veno, it's probably one of the only matchups where I would just say, okay, yeah, you pretty much lost.
Okay.
But everything else he kind of just does all right. DK is nice if you max armor. It's very hard for the puck to harass you out of lane. Like that's how typically you want to play it.
Yep.
You just play very, very aggressive, try to get the hero to go back, and then that's how you get your advantage. But DK is just like, whatever, attack me as many times as you want, I don't
10
give a shit.
seconds remaining.
All right, Team Freedom, what are we looking at here?
5 seconds
Even this
remaining.
bad boy out. Probably need some support.
Physical
Yeah.
damage.
Reserve time.
Definitely a support here.
And a physical damage support?
Yes.
I'm actually kind of thinking that Tree wouldn't be too bad for them here.
Hell yeah, Tree's OP right now, boy.
Either between that and maybe, I don't know, Earthshaker's shit against Clockwork, but provides them with an additional follow-up to the Darkseer initiation.
You know, I hate to bring this up again. Monkey King's great with puck.
It is
Terrific
actually
hero.
very good. I think it's kind of scary though, because there's two really good vision heroes on Onyx. Like you get caught out with Ags, and in Clockwork Flares, you can get caught out really easily on Monkey King, and I think that's one of his biggest weaknesses.
What
Probably
do they have
why
to
they
break
haven't.
trees? Is Earth Spirit's roll? Does that break trees?
No.
No. Yeah. When it
They
lands,
don't really have
maybe.
anything to break trees per se, but if you get hook shot on a tree and then you get cogged, you're probably still dead.
They could get a quelling blade. That breaks tree. You know, I have a theory that Freedom was not picking Monkey King because one of their guys' his name is Banana. Maybe he's just afraid. What if it's not good?
I mean, that's probably the most logical explanation we've heard so far. So
Yeah,
they haven't
because
been
they
picked up.
really should pick that hero. All right. At any rate, they're taking their sweet time thinking about it. Only 20 seconds left in reserve
Dire
time,
team
and they're going to go with a Warlock. We've only seen that hero
Oh
picked one
my.
time. Sunsfan, what's up, buddy?
I just said, oh my. That's pretty much it. That's my
Usually
thoughts
people
on the
say
subject.
say things like that and they have a
No,
follow-up.
they have like no physical. I don't know if that's an issue or not. They're kind of all in,
Yeah.
unless their fifth pick rounds it out somehow. But
Sure.
They can pick some super hard carry though. Like they can pick like Terrorblade or Morphling or something like that, or Troll. You know, he's still
Yeah.
in the pool as well. Clinks is even okay. Let's see, what else?
how do you like
10
troll
Wraith
with
remaining.
no real right clickers to accompany? Does that even matter?
5
with his ult?
seconds remaining.
Not really. I mean, you're pretty much just going on one core, right? Like, if you look at it in this way, one team has a lot of
Reserve
magic
time.
damage and freedom, but so does Onyx. Like, they have one right-click hero as well. So if you have Troll and you have BKB, you can just smash on somebody and they die, right? And the other cores that don't have BKB are going to die to the AoE damage of freedom.
10
So,
seconds
you can
remaining.
kind of get away with it, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, good call. on
Yeah,
the
they're going to
troll.
ban it, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, they didn't have... Oh, they do have
Oh,
the pick
why
out of
did
this
they-
phase.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm interested in why
So I guess
chose
they
to
have
ban
something
it.
else in mind.
Yeah, I guess so.
Dire team
I mean, I still
Oh,
think...
Yes!
no!
The
Oh,
Ags
God.
is real.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
No!
Ags
This-
incoming, boys. Watch and learn.
Okay, so allegedly, barring like Coddle Blast and I guess Breathe Fire, they are kind of lacking in the AoE department to get rid of illusions. So that's like one okay reason to pick it.
10
It can
seconds
be
remaining.
decent in lane as well against even hard offlaners because you can spam Lance. If you want to go
5
Soul Ring build, I don't even know if
seconds
that's a thing anymore though. And I actually don't play PL because I think that hero's super bad. But
Reserve
I
time.
agree.
yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Team Freedom must see something in it to have it be their last surprise pick, but yeah, we're all about to
I
learn
mean, there's
something.
nothing really. There's
I'll
nothing
give-
on Onyx that can stop it. That's the thing that kind of worries me because you can doppelganger out of cogs. You have one instant stun in the DK Dragon Tail, and then that's it. Once he gets Manta Diffusal, it's going to be really, really hard to lock him down. So there's your illusion clearing hero. Obviously, really strong for that.
Right.
I guess that means core Timber, right? Because
Yep.
kind of
I think
has to
so.
be.
Absolutely.
Well, interesting drafts from both sides. Pretty unique for, especially for a game one when they had so many options. But looking pretty interesting. What do you think of Dane?
Interesting. I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking that the PL pick is not going to do as much work as they think it's going to. I'm kind of leaning towards Onyx's draft here. I think the Timbersaw pick was the obvious counter to the PL, and I don't know that they're going to have much success with it.
Right. I think one big thing that Team Freedom has against them is Coddle's mana leak. I mean, pretty freaking good against almost every single one of their heroes. I mean, all those heroes need that mana to survive. They're all kind of squishy, so we could be seeing something like that. Suns fan, do you disagree with us?
Ags.
You're so
PL
stupid.
Ags,
You're so
ladies and
stupid.
gentlemen.
It's not even good.
That is good.
Not?
Actually, usually I say, okay, I'm half kidding. I actually think it's legitimately fucking good, and you're gonna see it this game.
God, you're dumb. All right,
All right, we'll talk after the game.
That's cool. Wrap it up for us. Our only true analyst besides Dane, sweet Dane.
I'm actually gonna say I think Freedom are gonna take it. I think that their team fight is actually so good, and their lanes are actually pretty strong as well, that even though PL is not like the traditional hard carry in a lot of senses, and Timber is pretty good against them, I just think that if the PL is played optimally and can get the game late enough, he'll probably just be able to win the game by himself. So, crap hero, but in the right circumstances, he can work, and I think this is one of them.
Okay,
right,
there
well.
we go. In the right circumstance. I don't think so. Jesus Christ.
Listen, I lost about okay?
Sorry, boys.
Yeah, I respect your opinion, though.
I respect you. No,
But you're
incorrect.
wrong.
Well, you know, Freedom either knows exactly what they're doing or they have literally
So are
no
we
idea,
split?
so.
You two in the studio are going for Onyx?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, you serious?
Yeah, I think
PL Ags is the only thing they got going for them? Good
Oh,
luck.
I didn't say anything about eggs.
Yeah,
I think
you're
that
right.
item sucks ass. I just said I think that PL could work here.
Yeah. Good team fight, as you said. But we'll see. We shall see. Well, we're waiting on that draft. Remember, the loading into the game takes a little bit in elimination mode. We made a custom game mode. Valve
That's a
not
lie.
stole it yet.
It's these lazy fucking spectators that don't join a slot. That's the reason. It's
Please
a bug.
don't. We're trying to save face.
No,
for
they
our
need
friends.
to understand and be ridiculed so they learn the lesson. All right, we're good.
You're gonna be a great father one day. Thank you. So we're jumping to the game right now. Our casters are two of our best, who I don't remember. Enjoy.
Oh, thanks, Slacks. Wow, what a friend you are. And you thought I was a Valve employee, dumbass. All right, we're going to jump into the game. It's Onyx versus Team Freedom. Of course, my name is Malt. With me is Grant. Grant, Freedom notable for losing just about every single game in the past, 2 weeks or something like that. They need to win here.
Yeah, it's been rough. I mean, when 7.00 first came out, they actually knew the patch before everybody else did, and now the last 2 weeks they've just been super struggling. But they got a lot of heroes they want. Eagle plays Leshrac a ton. Jube plays Warlock a ton, and BSJ plays Fan Lancer, Naix, and Slark. Pretty much, that's all he plays.
That's exclusive. Yeah, that exclusively.
Yeah, but look, I mean, Onyx side, Bulba, Clockwork, you just have a bunch of players who have been to TI, top 5s even. It's interesting. It's kind of like Wanted, though. They didn't look that good in the first series, so I guess we'll see. I favor Freedom as well. I even like their draft a little bit. It's just who executes better, I think, in the mid game.
I'm down with their draft. The one thing I have a problem with, and I think Andy touched on this during the draft, is that Phantom Lancer's not really considered a good hero. And I was casting Mr. Cat, watching some SEA Dota. They had a great draft for Faceless, and they had a Phantom Lancer, and he farmed for 40 minutes getting free farm, and he only had 12,000 damage at the end of a 40-minute game. And I was just like, what are you supposed to do on this hero?
So wait, he lost?
Oh, they lost, yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't great.
I think you kind of play like you used to when Drums was broken. You just kind of get brown boots, Helmet of Dominator, get a creep, and you just roam around, especially when you have a Leshrac and a Warlock. And we see Mason. Mason, good friends with I'm pretty much all these NA teams are good friends. No matter how much they flame each other, they're friends.
That's true.
I hope.
I hope. Yeah, we're not sure, but we'll see. I mean, the all chat will come out eventually at some point in time. The game's going to get underway. IX Mike has yet to... I think he's doing okay in terms of the English department today, but we'll see what happens.
It's going to be interesting. It's actually going to be Abed in the safe lane on Timbersaw against Darkseer. In middle lane, it's DK versus Puck, so two pretty reasonable matchups.
Abed, of course, the Timbersaw very good against right clicks, but he's taking some magic damage from the Iron Shell. Down bottom, the tri-lane versus tri-lane is going on. Eagle thinking about canceling a Split Earth, going for it. So Blast coming out, Demon already getting involved. We know what this guy can do in his Keeper of the Light. We've seen it before. But it is going to be Bulba playing the Clockwork, and he's not going to be getting solo experience. He's going to be getting his experience leached a lot by these two heroes from Onyx, both Dubu and Demon.
Yep, and I think the biggest thing wasn't, I believe Demon, this was like 2 or 3 years ago when he invented the Jungle Coddle with Quelling Blade, and like you could do like 4 camps at once. I don't think you can anymore. They obviously changed that, but yeah, Bulba is, they just want to get, I don't know what they want to get, and this is a strange tri-lane. I think they just want to go for a Cogs plus a Blast. I mean, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill on anyone but the PL once he gets his doppelganger.
Eagle, Jubei setting up on the side here. Looks like Bulba's trying to run in. Meanwhile, the mid lane matchup, 8 last hits coming out for the DK. You have Tomato, he's sitting at 6 currently, so relatively close matchup so far. Not much damage being taken across the board. It's just kind of quiet. I mean, this tri-lane is probably going to have something break out pretty soon. Spirit Lances are going to get spammed. Demon's going to have his Chakra Magic pretty soon. I mean, that was a very close split Earth from Eagle, but
yeah, it looks like Jubei's already roaming away. But yeah, I think people always ask Grant, who's going to be the next big NA thing? And I point him towards Tomato. I think his middle laning, when he doesn't get like tilted, or you know how people hate like how middle lane is just middle lane versus middle lane now. It's not like just one-on-one. It's like ganks all over the place. Tomato, if he works on not getting tilted, I think he could be one of the greats.
Somebody that's been around in the scene for a while. I think he played in a fair bit of NAL back in the day. I can't remember. I remember seeing him at least in a couple of games. So.
Yeah. And he's like, I believe 16 years old. He was like 14.
Yeah,
when
I figured
he'd
he'd be one of those really young people. I feel like we have the highest ratio of young Dota 2 players.
Oh,
in the
and look
entire
at
scene.
top lane.
Yeah, I think he might die here. Good Timber Chain. He has to use a Mango to get away. Now Onyx Mike has to salve up Rolling Boulder in. Nice dodge. Sidesteps at Dubu. Still gets the stun. Timber Chain doesn't hit for Abed. It's only level 1. The range isn't there. He has the on shell. Mike just getting the mana surge, not in time, and Abed turns it around. The Mango with that Timber Chain underneath the tower, saving his life. And then Dubu pauses the game, which hopefully is not a BM pause, but who freaking knows at this point.
Yeah, the LOL on Tomato. Yeah, that was, it looked like he was actually in, but yeah, like you said, the Mango, and Mike put on like 3 or 4 hits. The armor helped him out. That was interesting.
Don't kill the courier. Tomato's actually about to hit it.
Yeah.
I had not seen this.
He is going to kill it too, because it's still 7 seconds until they can upgrade it.
Yeah, this should be dead.
No stun on Mason.
This should be absolutely dead. Did he DC? Yes, ready. Sorry, lag. Okay, we're going.
It was Dubu though, so the chicken's free game, I feel. Well, here we go. Let's see if Tomato gets it.
Unpause. See you later.
See ya.
He's got his bottle at least. That's a good
Dyer's
thing.
courier
It
has
could be
been
worse, I
killed.
suppose.
Don't kill the courier. I ain't barring you, Arby's. Apparently, I believe the Team Freedom house is now in Arizona. I think Tomato is telling me.
Oh, really?
So apparently, I don't know. Them
There's
in
a lot of-
DC might be going out or something. Yeah.
It's just they're going on dates together, having a good time. Oh.
Wow. So that's big. Puck, now he gets a second null, as well as, I mean, killing that chicken's huge. 175 gold for everyone. Just helpful.
Yeah. Could go for null, or excuse me, as double null. Could go for the veil later on down the road.
I think he's one of those guys who still does. He goes brown boots veil before blink. So we'll see.
Makes sense. They have a fair bit of magic damage this game. In fact, they have a lot of magic damage this game. So veil could certainly work here for sure. Doing pretty well in CS, but again, leading the way still is going to be this DK, level 5. And this, I'm surprised there's not more action happening bottom. The first blood came top. You do not have Dubu, who went back home, or excuse me, Abed, who went back home to heal up. Dubu sitting, leeching the experience top lane, trying to find some CS. So very quiet right now, Grant. BSJ still farming. At what point do you get involved if you're the Phantom Lancer? When do you start roaming around and start trying to find fights?
I think it depends. As long as he's getting farm, I think he just keeps farming until, like, you might go, your first initiation might actually be might be a counter initiation from Warlock. Like, you wait for them to 5-man and you wait and just BSJ TP's on when the Warlock hits 6, something like that. I think you still wait a bit, though. Well, middle lane.
Yeah, they were setting up.
Yeah.
Dubu walked over, so they saw him with the ward. They don't see Eagle, the big bad bird. He's just backing away. And yeah, we're not gonna find any action. Again, it's just relatively quiet for now, just a lot of farming, which benefits a lot of these heroes. Rotating back in, Tomato and Dubu, we're gonna exchange right clicks. Rather, Tomato's just gonna give right clicks to Dubu. And that's it for now. I mean, there's not much happening again. It's just a lot of farming.
It is funny, though. We did see, like, no Leshraks in the European in the first game of this one. I mean, obviously Complexity loves it and Eagle loves it. Those two are just love it. And I'm surprised actually Freedom, I expect to see a Dirge coming out sometime in the next couple of games. They love that hero.
Yeah. Oh, Abaddon as well. I don't know if they banned it.
They banned it. It was
they
first
banned it?
ban.
Yeah, that's what they're like the one team. Shannon was saying this the other day, like the one team that plays it with Onyx Mike.
Yeah, it's funny. Onyx Mike, even Jubei sometimes plays it. They ban Onyx banned out
Radiant's
Wisp
middle
and
tower
Abaddon,
is
so
under
Jube
attack.
and Nyx, Mike Hero, the
Yep. The Jube Wisp for sure. They're going to use the Elder Dragon form in the mid lane. Looks like they're going to try to put some pressure on this tier 2 or tier 1 tower with Mason. DK top lane, Abed might get ganked. Split Earth comes out. They have the Iron Shell. He can Timber Chain away. He's got Chakram as well. Nice vacuum back during that Timber Chain. Still, though, Mike taking a fair bit of damage. Abed, however, out of mana. If he were to Soul Ring here, he is going to die. That's what's going to happen.
he tried, but the level 2, if it was level, you get the level 2 edict, just gets a kill, and that's a huge kill in the Timber slot because you need him to get farm, and that's actually a super big kill, especially because they're not killing BSJ, and it's hard. I mean, what are you going to do? Cogs him? You just doppelgangers out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like until they get some form of initiation with the DK and they can Dragon Tail, or they get a silence off with the Earth Spirit, there's not really any way they can kill him. And like you mentioned, even with the hookshot and Cogs, he's probably still fine. So there's no point in really putting that much pressure on him down bottom. They could try to take away some of his CS, and they're going to do that right now with Demon rotating back in, but they want to keep Abed safe top lane too. And you're right, he does need a lot of farm. And Mike being involved in that kill is particularly big as well, because Darkseer also really good with decent amount of farm.
Yep, he is, and I think the best thing, BSJ is going for the Helmet Dominator is just too good. Like, there's no reason not. I've seen anti-mages going in, and I'm like, you'd think you'd be like, well, I'm kind of mad about this. You're like, no, but it's just that good of an item now.
Yeah, it's like it feels like every safe lane carry almost, and not even that. I've seen like Darkseers go, Helmet of the Dominator.
MSS's vacuum into like Centaurs.
Yep.
I think that was the first game of 7.00.
Yeah, and it's not just in the American scene. We've seen Skylark in elimination mode actually do the same exact thing. So, like this new Helmet of the Dominator is the item apparently for so many people. There's plenty of good items out there, and Helm seems to be one of them that's at the top of the list. Anywho,
It is just it's a slow-paced game. I think this actually, it kind of favors Team Freedom a little bit, but obviously, middle lane, maybe a gank. Here we go.
Dream Coil, Waning Rift comes out, Eagle, he's going to use the Edict. He has Split Earth ready to go. Lots of heroes coming in, Elder Dragon form. Dragon Tail comes out, Eagle taking some damage. He'll fall first. Vacuum now. Tomato jaunting through. He wants this kill. They will grab the last auto attack. Tomato getting it to bring down the DK. Looking for more. Surge of forward, but they're not going to go to the high ground. Dubu has the Shrine. He'll use it, get himself back to full HP, and go from there. So, nice gank coming out. Team Freedom. It's a 1-for-1 exchange with the Leshrac going down on one side and then the DK on the other. Now, Bulba TPing out, gets to the tier 1 tower. There was a lot of heroes roaming in. They even had a Hellbear from the Helm of the Dominator from BSJ trying to go for the kill, but Bulba was able to make it away easily.
This was super good rotations early from Freedom already, and they have a Warlock and a Leshrac. It's not like the best ganking duo. Eagle has to pretty much hit his stuns, which we saw him do top and then middle with the Dream Coil, but might be a fight bottom.
Yeah, Demon's looking to at least push the wave back out. That Illuminate hits nothing, unfortunately, as the creep wave got pulled behind the tower by Bulba. So, all right, you win some, you lose some, I guess. But they'll defend it, and it's back to farming the jungle. Top of the CS and net worth is IX. Mike Tomatoes not too far behind. It's looking pretty good. Like you guys talked about in the draft, you thought Freedom had the better draft. You had the better chance at winning this game, and it's looking good so far.
Yeah, and I think the fact that Puck's actually keeping with Dragon Knight, even though it's like ranged versus melee, I mean, Dragon Knight, once he gets 2 in his Dragon Blood, even just 1, like, Puck does nothing to him.
Right.
But because they got that big gank, he has a Veil already.
Well, it's Brown Boots Veil is exactly what you were talking about. He's going to go Treads next. I'm surprised he hasn't started rotating. I guess he wants to continue to farm. We'll see if he does get those Treads or if he goes for a Blink Dagger instead. What else is coming? Any other big items besides what we already talked about?
Almost mech on Mike. He's actually getting there. He's 1,400 gold. He's doing well. That's Darkseer for you.
Yeah, he's just getting farmed. That early kill helped him. Freedom have the top 3 net worth currently. We see a smoke, and this is exactly what I was talking about. The first rotation from Tomato and Eagle moving together to try to find Abed. Abed is up towards that tier 1 tower with the creep wave. It's going to push out. Probably, they're going to be able to gank him if he walks up and tries to get some CS. We'll see if they go for it, but he's sitting very far back.
He knows something. He's like, wait, Tomato hasn't left his lane once yet. I don't know. He's just not showing right now.
Yeah, and now Jube's mid too, so they probably know that he's missing and he's heading in one direction. And while this is happening, Mason and Dubu will do the same exact thing. They'll head into the jungle. BSJ's nearby. The courier would be a huge snipe if they can find it. It looks like they will. Or not. Dubu didn't hit it. It was just Mason hitting it. And so they missed out on the courier kill that they definitely should have gotten.
Yeah, they missed on the courier kill and the BSJ kill because they just gave away their position. I can assume Mason probably pinged eternally in top lane.
Abed, yeah, he got Dream Coiled, Waning Rift, Split Earth, and it's there. They get the kill.
And a tower because Eagle has level 3 diabolical. Or
Yeah.
diabolic. That's slacks. That's all.
Dire's top tower
You
is
came
under
and you
attack.
just said diabolical, but that's the edict that will bring down the tower.
Radiant's bottom
And they were
tower is
really
under
patient with
attack.
that kill. Like meanwhile, they wanted that kill bottom for Onyx, and they couldn't quite find it.
Dire's
So,
top tower
and they
is
might not
falling.
even be able to get this tier 1 tower. It's getting
Radiant's
pretty low.
bottom
TP
tower
should be
is
ready,
under attack.
however, from all of these Team Freedom heroes. In fact, the only one that doesn't have it looks to
Radiant
be.
structures are
Actually, they all don't have the. There's like 2 TPs right now, so they're probably just gonna leave this tower alone and let it go down.
Like I said, they're like, we got one top, we'll get that. And they're
Radiant's
pressuring
bottom
middle
tower
pretty good.
is
BSJ, level 8, Hell Dominator. I think Aghanims is super good. I hate to be the Suns fan, but the new Aghanims on PL is actually.
Did you hear what
it's just
Pycat said
insane.
about it?
What?
He said that it needs to be. I think the range, the split range needs to be a bit more like the second one. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
It needs to be bigger. So
that makes sense. I wouldn't doubt seeing him. I've seen him go out on stream, but playing pub's a little different than pros. But who knows what else?
I
he can
would
do in
love
PL.
to see an Aghanims for
Yeah.
BSJ. I hope it
Radiant's
happens,
bottom
and
tower
they're
is
doing
under
well
attack.
enough that he can get it. But
Yeah. And look at this. Abed is level. He's level 10.5, surprisingly, even with being dead twice. He's farming well.
he's got some good net worth. He's only a little bit behind that of Mason on his team, but I don't know. At this point, they're kind of sitting mid. Onyx are all together now. I think they were waiting for a push to happen coming out from Freedom. Freedom, of course, having this Observer Ward here on the high ground to get some vision. They'll smoke behind the Tier 1 tower, go through the Shrine area, and head towards the opposite side of the river. Tomato would be a great gank target. They have Elder Dragon form if they want to go for the Dragon Tail. He's going to try for it. Phase Shift's going to go. Instead, they're just going to push the tower now and try to find maybe a fight. Freedom ready for this, TPing everybody in. Bulba, his clockwork is ready, and this is a good one at that. He's got hook shot ready to go. No blade mail, but he's close. We'll see if they want to go in and try to fight. Looks like it's not going to happen, though. They're going to back up. And, well, BSJ just split pushes while this is happening.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. They good ward placed down, though, by Onyx behind the Tier 1 in front of the Tier 2 up on that hill. They saw Ix Mike rotate in with that. Ix Mike has a mech, has mana boots, and there we go. The smoke up. They didn't see it, so this could be the big Tier 1 tower bottom. This
Yeah.
seems like a pretty obvious gank, to be fair. I mean, the Tier 1 plus that, but here we go.
They're moving pretty quickly. Bulba might get caught here if they're not careful. Jubei, he does have his Chaotic Offering ready to go. He's going to drop another ward. They have some very good vision now. They can see just about everybody. We'll see Eagle come in. There's going to be the Edict coming through. Bulba's able to get into the tree line pretty quickly. Hookshot's going to come out. Can they get Eagle? Split Earth wouldn't need to go, but they will get this kill. Vacuum comes in with the wall on top. Demon in trouble now. Caught in the tree line. Duba wants to go in. Rolling Boulder's ready. Good blinding light coming out. Demon still getting chased down. Mike's low on mana, but he's got Arcanes and Soul Ring ready in a second. Demon, however, will be able to TP out. The Fatal Bonds is still there. Abed ready to go. Chakram full mana if he needs it. He's got the Arcane Boots, Soul Ring ready to go. Looks like the stun will go, and Ix Mike can't make it away in time. Surge coming through. So they dive a little too far. They do get the Tier 1 tower at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Jubei backs out without using Chaotic Offering either.
To be fair, even though it was a 2-for-1 trade, I think Freedom came out ahead because they got the tower, and, I mean, BSJ, he's just farming. He's doing what they need him to do. I know that's been a lot of people's complaints about BSJ. He just farms, he tunnel visions, but this is one of those games, that's what you want.
What does he have on the courier?
Boots of travel. Yeah,
Wow.
he's going to be a farming machine. Like,
Yeah.
he is going to be a farming god right now.
That's crazy. He's not going for the fight ability. He wants to be able to split push. This Edict is just going to take this tower. Eagle just walks up, presses the W button, says, I'll take this very much. Now he's chasing after the DK, but I don't think they'll go any further. He has an Urn up. He's going to go 4 staff next. At least that's what he's got in his quick buy coming out for the Shrek. So this is a good game. Hi, Mr.
Yeah, it
Rue.
is. And Dragon Knight, it's Mason. Like, he could literally play any hero, and Midas is fine. Mason loves that item. I remember even on his EG run, he was just Midas on every hero. He's one of those people who just loves it.
So how common is Midas DK nowadays?
I
Or is
don't
it
even
just a
see
Mason
DK that
item?
much. I think it's pretty common just because Midas and all the skills now, the experience gain, like you need the extra gain yourself. I wouldn't say it's super popular, but it's not outworldly.
I mean, is there any chance that this Midas comes out in a time where they're just going to get all their towers pushed down and they just start being aggressive on Freedom side, or is it because they saw the boots of travel now for BSJ, they think they're going to back up and farm a bit more?
Ooh, we'll see if Jubei lives here
They
or
might
anyone.
fight right now. Hook shot. Bulba's got one. It's Eagle again. He's like, not again. Blade Mill is out, and that's going to do even more damage up against him. And so Bulba finds himself another pick off here. And nice little pick. Not the biggest thing in the world, but kills a kill.
Both teams are actually farm. Blade Mill up on Bulba. Ix Mike super farm. He's going for a Midas even.
Abed picked up the Hood of Defiance. He's building into his Bloodstone next.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to kill him, actually, with all their kind of damage. We'll see. It's going to be up to this PL pretty much.
What is the net worth graph looking like? It's about 2,000 to 3,000 net worth advantage for Freedom. Manalek's going to go. Mike just TP's out in front of him. They do bring in Bulba. He's a half second too late there. Even if he did get in, Battery Assault would take a half second to get on anyways. So they won't be able to find the kill. He TP's out. Nicely done. And Onyx have Mason and Dubu top lane situated, pushing the wave in, but this is a full HP tower. They're not going to be bringing it down without a couple of extra heroes in the vicinity.
Yep. Right now, I mean, both teams are fine with just like a little mini skirmishes here and there, but both teams are just fine farming.
Yeah, especially BSJ.
Yep. He's having a great time with the Boots of Travel.
Manta's going to be next as well. And sooner rather than later, we'll see a fight. We have yet to see a golem this entire game coming up from Jubei. He's held it. He's done a fair bit of damage, though, just from the Fatal Bonds alone.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's got no impact so far in this game.
Yeah, this feels like one of those games where the threat of Rock might actually be bigger than Rock.
Yeah.
Like we saw in bottom, they didn't want to like fully commit on Ike's Mike because they knew he was right nearby with the Rock.
Again, they have Bobo, they have the Clockwork hook shot. If they can get that off on one of the supports and kill him early on in the fight, they might be able to take a longer engagement. But I feel like the DK, do you think he's going Blink next? He's got 1,800 gold. Maybe wants some sort of initiating potential, or
It might be, and it might also be a Shadow Blade if I
Yeah.
remember Mason's build correctly. I believe it's definitely one of those two.
okay.
Though.
Oh, the Dream Coil misses. The TP gets out from Dubu in time, making it back to the base, picking up his Tranquils in the process. So now Dream Cooldown, not the longest spell cooldown, but still, Tomato can't find it. Tomato now having a Blink Dagger as well. I think that might have been the reveal. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it
though.
was. He blinked. Well, maybe they didn't see it, but I'm sure they know he had it. I think they've ran by that ward actually middle quite a few times. That's giving them a lot of. They know what's going on with Freedom.
The Midas on Ix. Mike coming out now, looking to build into Guardian Greaves afterwards. I gotta say, I feel like Onyx are doing a pretty good job keeping bottom pushed.
Yeah.
But as far as the rest of the lanes, BSJ is getting plenty of room to farm, not only just in the jungle, but pushing waves out too as well.
It's mind blowing. Abed's level 15, and BSJ's only almost 13. He's just found room to farm efficiently. I think that's what Fly was talking about, just time management. The fact that he's level 15 and 17 minutes in with 2 deaths.
He's gonna have his
That's just
Bloodstone.
insane. Yeah.
He's actually gonna have his Bloodstone very, very soon, which is crazy to me considering how the early game went for him. It wasn't the worst thing. He was still getting farm, as you mentioned, but he did die twice.
Yeah.
Not only that, the Aghanim Scepter for Demon, it's pretty close to completion as well. I guess it's not that surprising. It's a Keeper of the Light. He's able to farm rapidly, to say the least. So
It seems funny. It feels like both teams are content with farm, and then there's going to be one big fight, and then whoever loses that fight's going to lose like a Rax almost instantly versus Edict or versus DK. Like both teams are like, well, I don't know, but top maybe. Nope.
Tomato looking for Dubu. They have vision of him. There is no dire ward, but Dubu might have seen the Tomato on chasing him.
Yeah, they have the. Oh, they see him now. They have the ward and the sentry, so they know Tomato's invis. They might bait him out here.
By the way, it is going to be a armlet for the DK, so
Okay.
no initiation potential.
Yep.
Instead, he wants to just be able to fight. He might go for Shadowblade or Blink Dagger later on in the game.
I guess they're fine with this. I mean, if both teams want to farm, you might as well get the armlet, the extra armor, the damage. If you're just going to 5-man push, it's better than either of those, I guess.
All right. ESJ Lincoln Sphere for him. And it's just more splitting up.
And I think this does favor, actually, Onyx, surprisingly. I mean, they have the Coddle. He's going to have Ags, but he's also going to have Recall with his ult. Like, they can out-split push a PL even with Boots of Travel because of that.
Yeah.
And Timbersaw's going to have he's going to get Boots of Travel soon. Actually, next item.
You forget the recall from Demon, but
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. This is going to be very interesting in terms of who can control the map later on down the road. It really does come down to that first big team fight, I feel like, but we're getting some big items, and again, it's only been 9 kills at 20 minutes into the game. Not the most action-packed game, but with these new items, all these abilities ready to go, I'd imagine pretty soon we'll see a fight, whether it's with BSJ or not. There's going to be some action happening, I would imagine.
Yeah, look at Jubei. He's just sitting there with Fatal Bonds, not even showing himself. He's just sitting in the trees, leeching.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
I mean, obviously, him and Leshrac, such easy kills for Bulba.
I do like the fact that Eagle did get the Force Staff, so now Cog's not as big of an issue for Eagle or for somebody that gets caught on his team. And Force Staffs against these Clockworks are going to be so important. They only have one right now. I guess Ix might get one later on down the road. I'm not sure if anybody else can. Maybe Tomato. I doubt it, though.
Yeah, man, that's big. Lesh just hits 10. He gets the extra 125 HP from his his talent tree, which is big, especially versus the Clockwork, so he can definitely force Steph out now.
Yeah. I was surprised they didn't go on Abed there. They had 3 heroes kind of roaming in. Speaking of 3 heroes roaming in, it's Onyx doing the same down in the jungle, looking to put on some pressure and keep this bottom lane continuously pushed out. BSJ and Jubei will be scouted by this Observer Ward. That's the Dire Ward towards the Shrine. And it looks like they're just going to try to push into the Tier 2 tower. We might see a trade here. Both Tier 2 towers have taken a little bit of damage, the bottom one taking more so than the top. And yeah, it's split pushing, really just dodging fights as best as possible.
Yeah, it seems, I think Onyx has definitely had the better vision this game, but they haven't really taken advantage of it. Maybe they don't want to. Maybe they just want to lay the wards. They know where the ganks are and they just want to farm. Seems smart enough. But it does look like it might be a trade here.
I think so. I'll take the Tier 2 tower on both teams.
Well, BSJ got it, so he has his Manta.
They're going into the Shrine. The silence was up onto Tomato. He decided not to go for it. So they thought maybe they could go to the Shrine or perhaps they could go to the Tier 1 tower mid. But instead of that, they're just going to let it go down and continue to push and pressure elsewhere.
There we go. We just... Look at, man. Leshrek's just... He's just chilling up there. He's whatever.
Waiting. Oh,
Now
all
he
right. See you later. That's enough of that. Mike now has a Blink Dagger.
This really is just the threat of the rock, I think, that's scaring Onyx. They just don't want to get... I mean, he has level 4 Fatal Bonds. If you get that on 3 of your heroes, you're actually in so much trouble.
It is not going to be easy for them, I feel like. But the Manta style now done for BSJ. Now he's going to build into the Lincoln Sphere after that he has the Manta. I feel like he's waiting for like 2 more items for him to fight.
Yep. And Ike's he's got a Blink Dagger before the Guardian Greaves now. I mean, it feels like both teams can fight, but neither team wants to test the waters.
Somebody's going to have to go sooner rather than later. It might be on to BSJ here. They have Abed. Rolling Boulder in. They're looking for it. BSJ. Silence will come. They have the Chakram. Good force out from Eagle. That should save his life. Wow. And that's the first bit of action I think we've seen in maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that was... If he wasn't there, he was dead because his Manta was on cooldown, actually. He was just using it to farm. He's like, I probably shouldn't. I should probably save it for the silence of... The silence or the mana leak.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen again to him. And the silence coming out now, I mean, with the Manta style ready to go, shouldn't be that big of an issue. What else? I just saw a BKB for DK is the next item, and it looks like for Bulba, he's going to be building the Aghanim Scepter. So.
This is actually this is one of the slowest paced games I've seen in a long time. It's crazy to see both teams fine with what they're getting. But then, I mean, one team has to lose eventually.
This doesn't feel like anything from NA. Yes, very true. Well said. There's going to be a TP BSJ.
They see Mason. This could be the kill on Mason, maybe.
They got to go for him. There's only 2 heroes up here. They have Vale. They have Mike. They could use another. Somebody is TPing. It's going to be Dubu, but he's not there in time. Vale is up. Dreamflow will be there. No BKB. It's not quite there. He's so close in terms of money. Good silence coming out on the Onyx Mike. Now they have to back. They do break the Dream Coil. He's going to get recalled, and... Well, it looks like he'll be fine. So,
needed +1 there to kill him, but
yeah.
Now they know. I mean, a Puck and Dragon Knight took him down to about 400, so could be worse.
Yeah, but the good thing is though he doesn't die. He picks up his BKB. That kind of gank probably won't happen again. Yeah, it's just like both of the big cores for either team are just not going to be getting ganked that much. Now that they have Manta style, BKB. I mean, you're against a Puck as well.
Who's going Lincolns? So Puck Lincolns, PL Lincolns. This is definitely something.
All right, Mason's got a DD. This is the time. This is the fight. They smoked up. They're ready to go. There's no way that nobody dies here except for the fact that everybody's across the map and not anywhere close to getting caught out. So
okay, here we go. Abed top. Abed versus Ike's Mike.
Yeah, I doubt nothing's gonna happen there. Go Roche, do something. I think they're playing well. I think they're doing the right thing, but at some point, like you said, someone's gonna have to fight. Something's gonna have to happen.
Someone's gonna be unhappy with what happens here, and I think Onyx is definitely like. I think they have the better sustain for this. They have the Keeper of the Light with Ags. I mean, if Earth Spirit somehow finds an Ags, and I mean Mason 10-second BKB on a DK, like they have no physical damage to kill him except PL, and I mean he has level 4 Dragon's Blood. Like they're not gonna be able to bring down this DK.
He does not do nearly enough damage to kill this DK.
Oh, Ike's Mike might be in trouble. Dodges the
hook shot. Yeah, he's not going to get caught. It looks like, anyways, perhaps he's able to get out Cogs. Battery Salt not there in time.
Yep. Cogs actually, even if it pushes you away, does not cancel TP. Yep. So come on, Bulba.
Come on. He'll get it next time. All right. Well,
Yeah, Eagle just farm. It's actually literally just they both want to farm. They both think they win at some different point.
I mean, realistically, though, who does win late game? I mean, you have a Phantom Lancer. He's really strong. But we just mentioned exactly the problem with that. This DK has got an insane amount of armor. He has a BKB. So if you're thinking about right-clickers from that perspective, I think it's going to be troublesome for BSJ.
Yeah, and BSJ just keeps trolling us. He picks up a full defusal instead of the Lincolns.
He is changing his quick buy pretty often. Defusal will help, but again, is it going to be enough? They're trying to push this tier 1 tower top lane. This is the double damage is up for Mason. They're going to get the tower. There's only 4 here for Onyx. Abed is now TPing bottom. BSJ was bottom, and of course, you're the Shrek mid, so they couldn't defend that tower.
Yeah, I like Onyx's chances a little bit better late game. Obviously, the IX Mike vacuum into Fatal Bonds is super good, but once BKBs and everything are up on Onyx, I don't know how you kill him.
All right, this might be it. They thought about going into the Roche Pit for half a second, decided against it.
Oh, Jubei's in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, he's dead. It took me half a second to find him, but he will go down.
And now Tomato's in trouble too.
Phase shift jaunts away. He has very little HP. 2 more auto attacks. Phase shift. Good Dragon Tail. Mason finds himself a double kill. Finally, for the first time in about 15 minutes, we've seen some action happening. And he's dead for 48 seconds. I feel like Onyx could get at least one objective done here with that amount of time, whether it's a tier 2 tower, Roshan. They have some options. They do have to keep top pushed back out as IX Mike's been split pushing. And he is going to back away.
And I like Mason during that whole engagement. He used his Midas while he was chasing Tomato. That's just value. Yeah. He knows.
He's got to keep that. He's got to keep that efficiency up.
He does. Bulba 1,200 away from. No, he's just 200 away from his Aghanims.
He's getting there.
It's gonna be nice. And
Should
Abed's
have
just
it very
far.
soon.
Abed's actually gonna be so strong. He's going Ags too. They want the extra damage.
Yeah, Bloodstone, Ho Defiance, Aghanims is done at about 150 gold. He's just about got it. Aghanim Scepter is now done for Bulba, as we just talked about. They won't be going for the objectives. They have the big items now, though. They've caught back up. What was a once 4,000 net worth advantage is now dipped down below 2,000. Yep. And it's still 4-7. The Diffusal is done for BSJ. Tomato has himself a Perseverance, so that Lincoln Sphere is going to be...
I didn't notice he got the
Oh,
Midas
he did
before
pick it up.
Lincolns.
I thought he was going to go for the Lincolns, but...
Oh, he still is, but he wants a Midas first, and he's not even using it. Oh, Tomato. He knows my thoughts. I messaged him very clearly on his Midases.
Yeah?
And I will mention this one again after. But here we go. They might think Dyer's in Roshan.
They're going to check it first. Whether
And-
they can
oh,
do
they
it or
have to wait
not,
for
they
the
don't have the
rocket,
people, I
yeah.
think.
They just want anyone. They see Dubu at least.
Yeah, he would be the prime target, or really anybody on Onyx.
Yeah.
I think so maybe the DK. Dubu's going to back up, though, and now they're going to wait. They're going to go to the trees, jump in. Rolling Boulder, Dream Coil too late. Tomato, we'll see if they chase him down. I doubt they try to take this fight, but Dream Coil now down. Looks like Abed's coming in. Chakram, double Chakram. Hook shot misses from Bulba, but it's a pretty short cooldown with that Aghanim Scepter. Tomato getting chunked. He has his face shift. He's going to jaunt away. Abed looking to chase him down. That DK looking for the stun. Tomato mind games them, and he's going to head into the tree line. Hook shot should be ready to go. It is for Bulba. Going to cancel the animation.
Oh, nice.
Into the creeps. Now he's going to jaunt down to the low ground. He's juking, breaking legs all day. Tomato should be okay. He has a TP scroll in about 8 seconds. He's got his blink ready to go. Nothing actually happens in that fight other than a lot of spells being used.
Yeah, I was actually so sick of him going behind the creeps. You could see what he wanted to do, and I'm surprised he made it. But top lane, BSJ puts on about 500 damage on the tier 3 during all that, too.
Yeah.
Or was it Ike's Mike? It was one of those two.
It was one of them. I think it might have been Mike just pushing in with the creep wave.
Yeah, I think it was Mike, because BSJ just uses Boots of Travel out of bottom. Wow.
This might be the most patient NA game I've seen in a while.
Yeah, the problem was, though, Tomato should not have missed that Dream Clay. He should have gone a lot sooner, so even though he made a great play, he made a bad one, too. Checks and balances.
And Dubu was ready. He was able to get out. Is Dubu getting Midas? Yep, we might as well
Probably.
get 4 Midases this game. Sure, why not?
God, we all know. Everyone's going to be level 25. We're going to have a great time.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Everybody's going to have their talents. There's going to be a lot of items. And the way this game is going, it's going to be a while before we get any significant damage to structures. Other than the tier 3 tower top lane, might be a while before we see anything come out of just tower pushes. So for now, Dubu and Abed, they'll keep staying bottom. Up top lanes with the rest of the Team Freedom squad. Blink now done for Demon. Nobody's tried to attempt Roche yet. What is Mason building? He's got 2.5k. He's got plenty for at least a component of an item. BKB, Armlet, blink. So.
He really could. He could just go straight up hard almost if he wanted, but I assume it might be an Assault Kyros. He's probably my best bet here.
That's not bad. To help push them as well. What is... All right, PL, his Lincoln Sphere is close. He just needs the Perseverance. That's not far off. And that Dragon Tail initiation now is going to be a lot harder to get going.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is Jubei's not even level 10 yet. He still needs one creep, and he's running away from him. He is actually just so under-leveled.
Yeah, that's insane. The next closest person in terms of experience is level 12, which is Dubu.
Yeah,
Mike is pretty low level as well. He's level 14.
Oh, they almost scout someone out top with the rocket, but no one.
Mike's still chasing.
This is always going to be Jubei, though. If you remember his Kunkka plus Tinker, when he just gets level 7, he just sits in base all the time, like just like this. Like, he has level 4 Fatal Bonds, and he has his ult. That's all he needs in this game.
Yeah, this is... All he needs is the Golem, though.
Yep, exactly. Fatal Bonds and Golem is actually... Well, he has the Tome of Knowledge in his items. He just doesn't want to use it.
I feel like he's had this forever. I feel like he's actually had this tome for a long time, and he just hasn't
cool.
used it.
He's like, nah.
I don't need that experience.
Finally does get 10 if he kills one of these. There we go.
No. Okay, good. He got there.
And now he gets the EX. Oh, he was waiting to get the EXP gain. That's
see.
smart. So he just got, oh my goodness. So
Yeah,
he got
he
level
got-
10 tomed plus the experience. So he's level 11
He's halfway
instantly.
through level 11.
That
He's
makes
so
sense.
close.
See, I should have known that. I just forgot you could do that.
Yeah, the
too much
talent.
theory crafting.
You
for
forget
me.
the talents a lot of
Yeah.
the time. They're still new. You still don't know every single talent yet, which is
Yeah,
pretty hard to remember all of them. But
that's smart though. And he's gonna
here
be
we
able
go.
to get another
It's
one.
the
soon.
smoke. Is this time? Is this the time, Grant? They have the items. They've got what they need. They have a Maelstrom now
and
to DK.
haste.
Haste is going to go. They do break their smoke. They'll find Jubei. Jubei's like, no, please, I want my golem. He's not going to get it off. They'll
like
grab the kill.
It's funny because that's the lowest level, lowest farm anyone, but it's like the best kill they can get while his
Yeah.
rock's up.
Yep. Eagle
Top
now
lane.
getting chased down. Abed's going to use the one shot from. He still has the second ready to go if he needs it. Timber Chain will come through Split Earth. Abed misses the Timber Chain, so the Split Earth isn't going to go. And Eagle's still getting chased down. He is done. If they can hit this one more shot, it's the hook shot. Bulba comes in. Kill secured.
Oh, now Demon.
TP's in. Tomato, mana leak. If he jaunts through, he needs to be careful. He's still mana leaked up. They have another hook shot in 1 second. Dragon Tail about to go. Cogs are there. He's going to blink out, and he's going to blink towards the wave, but he's going to be able to get caught again by another hook shot. Another Illusory Orb. Jaunt will come through. Mana leak's still on him. He's going to have to just stop and start every couple of seconds. The Dragon Tail is there. They have too much lockdown, especially with that mana leak. Now BKB from Mason.
Tomato actually should have lived there. I'm surprised BSJ's illusions. You could see he was trying to move him over to actually block the hook shot, but because it hit, that's a troll. That's a problem. Like we said, Onyx just they use their farm a lot better than Freedom. They just have better heroes for this kind of game.
So Mason popped his BKB accidentally after they killed Tomato, which is a full.
So
I
one
think-
victory for Freedom.
Yes.
And he gets a Maelstrom actually, and he
Yep.
finds somebody. Oh, it's Ike's Mike.
Yeah, he's dead. They're gonna have Mjolnir soon too on Mason. They've gotten a lot of kills. What are they gonna do with this? 60 seconds for Mike. He has buyback. The tier 2 tower will absolutely fall. There's still one left in the top lane, which has been consistently pushed out. Lincoln's is done for PL. He's gonna go for Butterfly next. So that'll help him out against some of the right pick from Mason or whoever.
Yep. Huh. Well, still though, the Onyx knows even though they're up this much now, they can't push into the Warlock.
No.
Not quite yet. They need a pipe. I'm surprised they don't have one actually.
They'll finally go to Roche. 34 minutes in, and
With Darkseer down, smart.
yeah, it's time to head to the Roche pit. This might take a bit. I don't think they have any armor reduction that I can see. Even though he does right click pretty well.
Oh, now he has the double chakram's gonna help out.
Yeah, once they get in there with Abed, this will go a lot quicker, and you can see it already happening. Mike not choosing to buy back. I think they might even know that he's in the pit, but they're just gonna let it go. So now, Team Freedom, they were leading this pretty heavily. It's about a 4,000 net worth advantage for Onyx. Experience-wise is much more, 10,000. A lot of that, well, has to do with the fact that they have 2 Midases compared to the 1. Although, well, actually it's 2 now. But
Yeah, Darkseer, man. Ike's Mike's Mice has been up since before he died too.
yeah, that's triggering. He's just like, all right, I got to get out there.
And he's going for a loaded sword, so we're gonna have. Looks like we have a Lincoln's on BSJ. We have one almost on Tomato. He has enough for it if he really wants.
They have some ways of dealing with this initiation from Onyx, but I don't know. Elder Dragon form. They're going to take the last tier 2 tower down. Do they push with this? They already have Abed up under the high ground. I think he's just trying to zone the rest of them out. TPs are coming in. BSJ needs to be careful. Look at that damage. Double Chakram Doppelganger. He's at a half HP. He has to go back home at this point. Illusory Orb. Abed has so much HP. He has so much armor as well. 35 armor, 2.7k HP. They are doing some serious damage to this tier 3 tower. It's gone. Now the melee rack's starting to get hit up as well. The illusion's cleared out. More Whirling Death. Chakram doing a good job. Shrine's going to come in. There's the Elder Dragon form jumping in. The Shrine's still going. Graves. They drop the rock. Now the counter initiation is there. The BKB is up. Abed just goes to work on Tomato and takes him down. The rock is already gone. Tomato has to buy back. BSJ's here. Tomato looking for the Dream Coil. He'll find it. They still have that Aegis up ready to go on Abed. Now the back wall coming out, doing a nice job. Jump in. Hook shot. Mike done. He's got buyback as well. Double kill for Mason as he finds a hero on the back line. He's going to be a couple heroes down. Now Tomato looking to John out, perhaps. Now just right-clicking Malvo. Bulba's going to go ahead and TP away. He'll be able to make it out. And so too will Abed. They lose the DK, actually. So that's a big kill, but they have to use a lot of buybacks, at least the buyback and Tomato for it.
Yeah, Tomato and Eagle actually got back, and they lost the tower. They're just too tanky. The DK and the Timber alone can. I mean, Timber has been level 25 since like 32 minutes in. He's just sitting in their base. They can't do anything.
I mean, and this is kind of what I was talking about with the game that I was talking about with Facelesses. Well, what is the Phantom Lancer? And this might not be the right game, to discuss this, but what is the Phantom Lancer actually providing for BSJ besides split pushing?
Yeah.
He's not doing really any damage. He's not really killing anybody. I mean,
It's
he's
not much. After they got that one pick off on Jubei middle, and they just took all the tier 2s, like, he just doesn't do anything now. Especially against
0, 2. He only has 2 assists. Yeah, he hasn't died, but he's not been really involved in anything.
Yeah, we have to think. I mean, they picked Phantom Lancer was their last pick, but then they got Timber Saw after that.
Right.
And that was a really good pick.
Yule, Scepter, Eagle, Split Earth. Good Blade Mail to at least stop some of that damage. Lightning coming out. Jubei. Oh, there's a fight breaking out. Hookshot coming through BSJ.
Oh, there's a Shrine
A
there.
lot of his illusions up there. Going to get cleared out by the Chakram. The Shrine was already going. There is a gem on the ground. BSJ did kill Demon. I believe he dropped it. Now coming back alive is Mason. They're looking for Eagle. Ooh, that crush misses. Another hookshot, and they've just missed 2 of their abilities in a row. Eagle, double Chakram, Timber Chain. He's going to die. Abed just on the chase, getting an easy kill. BSJ and Tomato, they're going to have to run. They have some abilities to get them out of dodge, and they might be able to make it away, especially BSJ. Tomato avoids the kick. Jump in from Bulba again. Manta style and the Doppelganger to get him out. Chakram not there in time. The Timber Chain, the second Chakram, the damage is there. The Shadow Word, can they keep him alive? Taking a lot of hits. The Diffusal Blade came out, and that's going to actually stop Abed from going any further. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're going to have Mason just jump in and kill Onyx Mike, who's dead again for 70 seconds as he TP'd bottom. They do have the wave pretty far pushed out to this top lane, luckily enough for Freedom, but it's still not great. They continue to lose heroes. They're getting further and further behind.
Yeah, and they just get a free kill. And we just see Mason on the Dragon Knight. He's just so farmed. He actually has a whole Assault Curse to him, about 500 gold.
Oh, no, Tomato, you are in trouble. Lincoln Sphere is broken. They get the hook shot. They bring him down. Dead for 92 seconds. As you guys remember, he just bought back. Mid-wave is going to start pushing in pretty quickly. And Mason, Blink Dagger now on cooldown because of the auto attacks, but this is going to be tough. Hook shot, it's there, the TP. They should have the Dragon Tail as well. The Doppelganger will come out. Good cock push, and he should get caught. There's the Lincoln Sphere, and they will bring him down. Dead for 85 seconds. BSJ TPing right in front of his face, and they finally will take him down. His first death of the game.
He's going to have to buy back here, and this is probably, if they lose this fight, it's over.
I think so.
Freedom.
It might already be too tough at this point. Jubei, he's got Golem, I think, but he can't stay alive long enough to use it. Now Eagle's next. The hook shots have been there. We expected this from Bulba, and he's delivering. More Timber Chains. Vacuum Wall. This will be on to 4, but it's just no damage to follow up. The Splitter isn't there in time. The best initiation potential they had is now gone. And they'll heal it back up if they can get it to daytime. But for now, Abed's just going to work.
Well, his Aegis runs out.
Yeah, that's troublesome. Dubu now gets Split Earth. He's gone too far in, perhaps. BSJ's back alive. Looks like they're going to get out. Abed will TP home. They get another Tier 3 tower, and Team Freedom are barely hanging on, Grant.
Yeah, BSJ with forced buyback. And actually, Eagle's Yule's just came up when he was TPing away. They could have had that kill on Dragon Knight, unfortunately.
Are they going to go back? It looks like they might. They're thinking about it now. They're going to TP him home, at least for now.
Yeah, Abed and Mason are just playing they just have way too much farm for Freedom to do anything.
I mean, he has so much attack speed already. He has Mjolnir. He has an AC for Mason. He's going to have a Moon Shard next, too. So even more attack speed. He already hits like a truck. Buildings are not an issue. And heroes really just can't stand up to him. Again, he has so much armor. Sitting at 42 armor. Abed with reactive armor was sitting at quite a bit before, too. But it's getting very tough. Again, BSJ not really accomplishing that much. Tomato, he had some really good Dream Coils early on. He had some really good fights. Since then, it's not been great. Abed is soloing, or at least trying to solo this Rax and Onyx Mike. Teammates are coming. Hookshot again. Eagle getting caught. More Chakrams doubles are there. He's going to have to use the Yule Scepter to stay alive, but not for much longer. He's going to force himself down to the low ground, but he will still get caught as Abed gets the kill. Now jumping in, Mason looking for BSJ man fighting. The BKB will go, and now you really cannot fight this DK. He starts hitting the building, which is exactly what he needs to do. The Glyph will come out just in time. BKB is now down for the DK. Still has his Elder Dragon form up, jumps in, gets off a great stun, and it will find Jubei again. Jubei has so far gotten one rock down, and that might be the only rock he gets in this entire game. More Illuminates coming out. Mike hook shot it up. Bulba again going to work. Mike has to buy back immediately. BSJ's got the Lincoln Sphere. Another good vacuum wall. A good way to start this fight. The Dream Coil came up after, but they just have no damage to deal with this. Rax gone bottom. 3 dead. And I wouldn't be surprised if they end this game sooner rather than later.
And that's the problem. We see like Tomato get Midas as well as Mike, but their heroes just don't scale as well. And like we said, they played a slow-paced game, but it was Onyx's game to play.
Oh, can they get this DK? It is daytime. The heals are there from Demon. And another hook shot from Bulba, again on point. With him dead for 75 seconds, of course, that being Tomato. Really, there's not much they can do. Another Rax will fall. Another set, I should say, will go down soon after. And that top lane. The owner is up. A lot of mana being drained. Here's the Chaotic Offering. This is their best chance. The Fatal Bonds are up. The Illuminate is doing so much healing to Mason, though, and they're going to bring the rock down. Another hook shot. BSJ being caught this time. He has to Doppelganger out to get away. Split Earth is there. They just can't do any damage. The heals are constant. And that's it. GG is called. Team Freedom, they have no way of dealing with any of these heroes in this game. And Onyx will take game number 1 in elimination mode.
Yeah, that was quite experience. Onyx just played. I mean, Abed was level 25 at like 30 minutes in. They just, both teams wanted to farm. Onyx just did it better, had the better heroes for it. But at least BSJ and Onyx Mike are at the same team house right now. So, you know, maybe BSJ goes over to Mike, gives him a quick shoulder massage. Get ready for number 2.
You're right, buddy. We're fine. We're going to be okay.
We're good.
It's just the shoulder massage. I do want to point out, how much damage did BSJ actually do this game? Well, he did about the same as the rest of his team. I think is good. He did 12,000. There wasn't that much damage on the other side, 23,000.
Yeah, there's just no movement. Like, Jubei and Eagle, like, they roamed, right, for 5 minutes, like, early, which was great. And then Jubei, I mean, he just didn't do anything the rest of the game. Like, he's like, I have Rock, I have Fatal Bonds, but they're just split pushing. We can't do anything. And then Eagle was split pushing, BSJ was split pushing, Tomato X, Mike were split pushing. No one wanted to fight. And
yeah, they felt really comfortable when they perhaps shouldn't have, considering the late game potential that Team Onyx had.
Yeah.
Regardless, it is only game number 1. We do have at least one more game to come through, and maybe we'll see an interesting draft. I think Monkey King still might be available, which I'm excited for. But regardless, game number 1 is in the books. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll get back to the panel in just a moment, guys.
Going in, guys. Go, go, go.